Bronze to Mythic. Frontier. Not the best starting hand. I mean, we have some good interaction here. We got lands. One more land and we can pretty much play, you know, the majority of our hands. So we're going to go ahead and keep this. Another Graveyard Trespasser. We'll just decline here. Play the underdog on turn 2. See if we can get going here. Harvester. All right. To be honest with you, because we don't really have a good turn 3 play, or we have a better turn 3 play. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go Thoughtseize right now and see what they've got in their hand. They have a Thoughtseize themselves. A bunch of removal spells for our stuff. I think I'm just going to take their Thoughtseize and we'll battle through the rest. Kind of keep them out of our hand for right now. Take a little bit of damage, but they're going to be able to basically pick off every card that we play. So that's going to make things a little difficult for us. All right. We're going to go ahead and play the Graveyard Trespasser. The good thing here is these cards have that ward ability, and that ward ability is pretty beastly, because if they have to discard a card to destroy it. So they can do that. They can discard a card to do the Heartless Act. Playing another Harvester. Okay. We're just gonna go ahead and take this. We're not gonna block. We can force a flip on our own card by playing nothing. Does become a 4/4. It may put us behind because they're going to be able to hit us for 6. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to play the underdog, and then we're going to use this as a blocker. I'm going to keep the Graveyard Trespasser around if we can. You know what? I'm actually going to offer up the trade. I'm going to offer up the trade. Perhaps I should have blocked. I did want to see if they would use their removal. But we do need to kind of stabilize the board right now. We know that they have 3 removal spells in hand. So they could very easily just, you know, kill the underdog as well. Okay. This slows their clock down though. Okay, so we know their hand still. They play another land. If we can get a land here, we can play our Rhino. They can use a spell to destroy it, but that's okay. All right, so let's just go ahead and we'll Fatal Push here. And then I'm going to play Ooze. Just kind of like running out some of their removal spells. We have better cards in our hand. So if they're going to, yep, they decide to go ahead and do that. They do have the castle, so they can start drawing more cards. Right now, we just need some land drops. I would like to stick the Siege Rhino. We get the Heartless Act, and that's it. All right. So we're just going to go ahead and play our Graveyard Trespasser. They can't actually discard a card here. We'll go ahead and exile these 2. And we'll gain 2, make them lose 2. And then they're going to lose 2 more. Alright. Ooh, a Chandra. Still has to discard a card.
Let's do this.
To minus. Decides to do it. have to discard a card. Okay, they discarded faces. A fatal push.
Play with fire, you're gonna get burned.
Yeah, I mean, it's been working so far. Let's go, let's go ahead and play another one. Keep pushing. We're just gonna keep eating their graveyard. As much as I'd like to eat mine to get the life. I prefer to just kind of keep this around. What did he exile here? Well, Fable Mirror Breaker, okay. And casting that one.
Today's my lucky day.
Question is does he play the card in his hand and discard the other one? Okay, answers our question. All right, this is a -3 ability. We really need a land here. We've been hurting on lands. We're holding in there. We've been hurting on lands. I guess what I want to do here is I'm going to play out Tireless Tracker. No, I'm going to play out another Graveyard Trespasser. I don't want them to attack with their token, and we're going to eat it if they do. I'm going to draw to discard. The discard and draw. They didn't do any of that. Okay.
Yep.
What do we got here? Crooks. Okay. We had a feeling that stuff like this was going to happen.
This is gonna hurt.
We're going to discard a card. I guess we're going to discard Liliana because, I mean, we're not even anywhere remotely close to that. They're probably going to play it again. Just going to go ahead and get rid of Siege Rhino. As much as I don't want to get rid of Siege Rhino, if they play it again, we're going to Assassin's Trophy it and then eat it. If they don't play it, then we'll just eat it. They didn't play it. That's interesting. We're going to eat it out of the graveyard. I'm not quite sure what their thought process was there. We could have gotten rid of the Chandra for sure. By putting out the Tenacious Underdog. But I'm going to try to put a threat on the board and get Tireless Tracker rolling. So we can maybe get some cards going on here. Fable and Mirror Breaker is also a problem for us, so we don't want him sitting around on the board for very long. And this allows us to kind of do both. A little bit of pressure on, start getting our card advantage going. We're gonna have to race this. Okay, got another land. He hasn't played anything yet. He's gonna minus the Chandra. That's the big thing. I don't think that he's gonna minus Chandra, but maybe after seeing his Cruxa get eaten, maybe he does. Okay, he's exile on the top card.
Today's my lucky day.
Got a removal spell there, I believe. Can play the backside of it. Or you can play the sorcery part of it, I'm sorry. He can destroy the Tireless Tracker. He has to discard the card in his hand. To get rid of the Trespasser. Okay, so he's going 3-2. Makes him discard a card. Okay. Alright, so we're just gonna clear the board here. We're gonna kill the Kiki. And we're gonna kill the Chandra.
I am out of here.
Try to keep him stabilized here. It's gonna be top decks. Who's got the better top decks now? And we do have the Tenacious Underdog, so we can play with our life total a little bit. And we have a treasure token. Our clue token, I'm sorry, to draw. Okay. Playing a Cruxa. Makes us discard the Siege Rhino, and then he can play the Cruxa. I think. I know why he didn't play Cruxa last time. He had to exile cards. This time he can. Go ahead and draw a card. See what we get. Thoughtseize bad. Go ahead and get this off the board. He's gonna get all of his lands if he doesn't already have them all. I don't think he got a basic land last time either. Yeah, he didn't. Looks like he's only got the 1 basic swamp and the 2 basic mountains. So good information to know moving into future rounds. Liliana the Veil. Okay. Make me discard a card. Okay.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
Play Kalidas here. I want to see if he'll minus, and then we just hit him with the underdog. I mean, I'm assuming he's going to minus. If we play the Tenacious Underdog, we don't get to keep the Kalidas. In this way, he may make a mistake. Okay, no, he made us sack him.
Haven't you ever
Okay.
heard of personal space?
We assumed that that was going to happen. Not seize us, but we didn't have a card in hand. I'm not entirely sure what they were doing there, but that's okay. We'll take it. We're gonna go ahead and attack Liliana and get that out of the way.
Fine.
We'll play this land. Perhaps I should have kept that in case they made me discard with the Cruxa. I don't know how many cards they have in their hand. One thing that I don't like that much about Arena is that if you scroll over something, the person can see what you're scrolling over. So they can see like, oh, okay, he's looking at my graveyard. So I wonder, do I have enough lands to do what I wanted to do? Or you may discard up to 2 cards if you do draw that many cards. Okay. So we need to take advantage of this game. Make this a green source. As much as I'd love to blow Fable the Mirror Breaker up, I think we're gonna have to do this. If we minus 3, we can kill Mirror Breaker, and then he gets the 2/2. We kill that. He doesn't get anything off of Mirror Breaker. Yeah, we're just gonna kill the Mirror Breaker.
Soon you will be left with nothing.
I think I should have killed the token. Now I think about it, because now he can play. He can play Cruxa. Oh, he's gonna play that Cruxa, and now he definitely can play Cruxa. We're just dead. Okay. Yeah, he just had a little bit too much damage for us there. That's okay. All right. We saw a lot of graveyard interaction. We definitely want to bring in Hearst. He is playing Fable, so maybe we're going to bring in a couple of these Terra Sunders. The Elder Gargaroth, the Assassin's Trophy look pretty good. Just tons of removal options here for us. And then what we're going to try to eat here, get out of the deck. I'm going to take the Thoughtseizes out. We drew that Thoughtseize late game, and that was just horrible. I'm going to drop 4 more cards here. I think because we brought in a bunch of removal as well, we don't need as much removal. So I think I'm going to drop a Fatal Push. I'm going to drop... I think I'm going to drop Cheville. He's good, but this is one of those spots where he's just a trading creature, more or less. We do get to draw off of him, but I think I want to drop. If I don't bring in the Terra Sunders, that makes it a little easier. I think I'm going to drop one Tenacious Underdog. Maybe we don't need Vraska. Nah, he had a bunch of stuff. Since we're bringing in Elder Gargaroth, I guess I'll drop one Rhino. We'll do it like that. We brought in so much removal. And we're playing in a good matchup that I feel like this is a good spot for having all this removal. Alright, we got a 2/3/4 mana to play it all, curving out. Let's hope we dodge some Thought Seizes here. We'll start the turn off with a Godless Shrine. Let's play the Woodland Cemetery and then Hearse. And let's hope that we can keep that around for a little bit. We don't want it Thought Seized out of our hand. I mean, he played Crypt in a way that makes me think that he's not going to play Thought Seized. But with his color combination, I feel like, you know, we're in a good spot here. I guess discard a card. Sure. Let's go ahead and we'll discard a Swamp. We'll take the 3. We're actually going to eat this card with a Graveyard Trespasser so we can gain that life back. I could have done it with Hearse and then attacked for 1, but it's okay. We got a lot of graveyard hate here. We got a Siege Rhino coming out next. A Heartless Act making him go ahead and discard another card. Discarded a land there. My turn. I'm gonna go ahead and get these 2 cards out of the graveyard. Play Rhino. I would crew, but I'd like to keep this around. If he's got Fatal Push in his hand, he can just push the Hearse over. So we're gonna hold on to this. It's much more important to have Hearse eat that graveyard, keep the Cruxes out, keep those cards away from doing things to us. He's playing a Hearse of his own. Ooh, and he's conceding the game. Just a little bit too much there. I almost want to bring in that last Terra Sunder because that's going to make it a 4 mana exile permanent, which is pretty good. I think that I'm going to run it back like this. He's playing that red black, and I think that he's going to have we have so much hate for the deck. I think that he's just going to have issues pushing through. So let's run it back like this. This guy, it says he's in Gold League, is that right? Bronze, we're playing against Gold. Interesting. This is not a great starting hand. I think I'm gonna mulligan this. This isn't much better, but the thing with this hand is at least we have some removal spells. We have mana to kind of get going. So I'll keep this one. And I'll throw back the Isolated Chapel. Yep. I figured this was going to happen. Thought Seize, and then we're just going to be in trouble. Terra Sunder. So since we can't really do... I guess I can Fatal Push on his turn. It's alright. I'm going to just play this in a play tapped. Not gonna worry too much about it. He plays a 2-drop. We do nothing. We can Fatal Push it on the next turn. Yeah, I figured that's why he did that. So, because he didn't have anything to play anyway. We're just gonna go ahead and put Woodland Cemetery out there for the Terra Sunder, in case if he plays Fatal Mirror Breaker on turn 3. Looks like he's gonna play the Bone Crusher Giant though. Can't do anything about that. Alright, we drew an Assassin's Trophy. I guess I'll play the Isolated Chapel here. And then we'll end the turn. See what he does. We're going to use our life total as a resource here. Take the 4. Possibly do the Assassin's Trophy right afterward. Don't really want to ramp him, but we also don't have too much of a choice here. We want to see if they play a card. Okay. They have we have double removal spell here for both of these. We can just do this. We'll take 2, sure. He does get a land, which isn't exactly what we want, but we can make something happen here. Just go ahead and get rid of this too. Alright, we got Kalidas. I mean, this is a good card. Does it stick? Probably not. We haven't played enough stuff for him to remove yet. So I'm sure he's gonna have removal, but we'll find out. Yep. Alright. Not much we can do there. He's gonna have it. He's gonna have it. And there's the Fable, so we can exile that. Let's just go ahead and do that before he gets to draw. Put the Godless Shrine into play tapped. And see if we can stabilize. We're gonna be taking some damage here. And he's got mana. The question is can we stabilize? Can we get this off the board? I mean, we've slowed him down a lot. He's gonna start taking damage off his Castle Lockthwain, okay. And a land, not where we want to be at. There's Crux, Sax Crux, plays another Crux, I think he can cast it right now, and we just die. If he puts it on the stack, we concede because we just lose. Okay. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. We had a lot of stuff there. We had a mulligan down. We didn't have a great hand. Got hit with the Thoughtseize. If we didn't get hit with that Thoughtseize, I think that we could have still stabilized there. We would have had an extra removal spell. It's okay though. Run it back. Let's try it again. Round 2. Here we are, round 3. Yes, with Trespassers now. They are good. Solid starting hand. Removal spell. Some stuff going on here. Let's go ahead and keep this. We're gonna just drop the swamp and hold up Fatal Push. Playing against the old Sky Noodle. Playing Elementals. Playing against Elementals here. This could get out of hand really fast. I'm glad I didn't play that because we need to shock. This could go south quick. Elementals is a fast deck. We're gonna get to draw some cards here because on our turn, we get to put a counter on his dude and then fatal push. And we are definitely fatal pushing that. That does not get to stay in here. Absolutely not, sir. Get that out of here. We got the Thoughtseize follow-up. Oh wow, we are doing it. What does he got? Whoa! High-end craziness. We got the Omnath and the double Cavalier of Thorns. We do have the removal spell for a goose, but we're not really going to use it for the goose. So we're just going to get rid of Omnath here. Everything else is much higher. We don't really care about goose too much. A little disrespectful for goose, but he's not going to block with it anyway. He's missing mana. He's going to keep it around. He brought Yorion into his hand. So we're gonna send the one. Play the Trespasser. Eat the Omnath. And then see what he does. He still needs some help here. He's got Goose that he can play. We need to get some pressure going fast. Didn't play the Goose. So we're just gonna start eating stuff. We're gonna eat this. We're gonna play the underdog. We might be able to pull this off. We got 7-8 damage on the board with a removal spell for his big 5-drop. Here comes the old Sky Noodle. That on the old Sky Noodle. All right. We're gonna hit him with the old Assassin's Trophy, and we're gonna eat him. I think we made it. I think we made it through the elementals, guys. I think we pulled it off. We were just able to kind of tempo him out. Draw a card. Attack. Eat the Yorion. You can't take 2 damage. I don't think that he can get out of this, even if he plays. Cavalier of Thorns is actually bad for him to play because any creatures he puts in the graveyard, we eat them on attack. Okay, gain 3. That's a pretty good spot to start. 0-3. Okay. We're gonna put this counter. We're gonna put it on the Leafkin Druid. If we hit the Leafkin Druid, we kill him. Yep, we do it. We got him. We got him in the bag, boys. We're gonna hit him here. You can have the land. We know his entire hand. Double Cavalier of Thorns. Goose. We gain the 3. We go to combat. We swing out. We eat the elemental, dealing 1 extra damage, and that's all we needed. He can block however he wants, and he's dead. What's up, Butterfroggies? Doing our stuff here, playing our Bronze to Mythic. This is a tough matchup here. I don't see that happening that easy next time. Only gonna take Thoughtseize out. I don't think that there's anything else that we can remove here. We brought in the Elder Gargaroth, Noxus Grass for some extra removal and an Assassin's Trophy. And I think that's it. I mean, I could bring in Hearse, I guess. And that doesn't sound like a terrible idea. Fatal Push is a little worse because he's got a lot of big dudes. It's really good early game action though. Maybe I could drop 1 and bring in a Hearse. because he is throwing a lot of stuff in the graveyard. And then maybe we want to bring in, maybe I want to drop one Rhino for a Hearst too, just to get a little bit more early game action and play it like this. Just run it back. Let's run it back. Can we do it again? This is a little bit of a slow hand. We'll give it a go. This might not work because he's probably gonna be a little bit faster. That underdog was a great draw. Let's go ahead and put this into play. Taps. Now we got a 2-3 curve with 4 drop technically, because Tyler's Tracker plus land makes 4. My 4 drop spot. Ooh. Saying, hey man, if you're gonna hit my stuff, I'm gonna draw cards. Very nice. Creature you control becomes target of a spell or ability. Pretty good. We're gonna have to definitely get that off the board. We got the Assassin's trophies to deal with it. And we got Vraska still on the deck. Looks like I might have been right with the Terrace Under. Bringing those in might be what we get in the next game. Ooh, we got the Assassin's trophy. I don't want to ramp him though, because that's really bad for us to do. I think I might hold on to the Assassin's trophy just for a little bit. Let's give him a swing. See what he does. No blocks. Okay. I figured that's what he was going to do. Let's play this. We'll play out the Grave Trespasser. We'll go ahead and eat this card. Get rid of it. I figured he had that Omnath coming. It's alright. Now he can play a land to gain life. We're going to need help. Bird. Let's have a goose. Yep, there it is. Cluttering up the board is what he's doing here. If we hit Omnath, he draws a card, but he has no good blocks. He's just going to take 6. We also can't play anything else. I guess it's a good time for us to play our Temple Garden. I'm going to do it this one time. It's probably not good because I really want to get rid of that Sanctuary, but we also can't. We don't want to give him a bunch of time to sit here and build up his board as well. We can put pressure on him. And if he doesn't have anything in play before too long, we can actually play the Vraska and get rid of the Shaper as well. So now he's got a bunch of mana in play. 6-7 mana that he can do stuff with. He's got plenty of things to do. He's gonna start outvaluing us, so we do have to get rid of that Sanctuary. I mean, if we can. Ooh, Finale Devastation for 5. Gonna bring out a creature with 5. Warrior of Thorns, okay. You can play this back for flashback. I don't think that we had a good enough hand, and now that we're finally getting this, maybe we might be able to pull something off here. So let's play tracker, land for turn, curse. We can start eating the graveyard at least. We need to eat the graveyard right now before he gets an opportunity to play his card from the graveyard. And then yeah, we don't really have an attack, so we're just going to end the turn. Let's see what he does here. Bringing Yor into his hand, bouncing it. Okay. I don't know if this is good. He should have attacked with Cavalier first. I think that that's the way you would do it. I think he just missed an attack. Lots of value here. All right. Another Cavalier of Thorns. This says, whenever it dies, you may exile it. If you do, put another target card from the graveyard on top of your library. So we play Vraska. We hit Cavalier of Thorns. We're still not dealing with the Sanctuary. Sanctuary is really good. We could hit Yorion, I guess. Let's have reach. He has no real attacks on the ground, so I guess Yorion would be technically the right way to do that. We just kind of keep him off balance for right now. At this point, we're just trying to keep everything in check, and it's not exactly easy with that Shaper Sanctuary. That thing's gaining so much advantage for him.
You won't be needing that.
We'll just go to no attacks and pass the turn. So we can block the Cavalier of Thorns, and then whatever he wants to put back on top of his library, we just eat it with hers. So we're getting there. We just need a little bit more help. He's playing that value engine. It comes down to, can we get there? Here's the devastation. I think that kills us. Creatures you control gain +X and have haste. I think that just kills us. I want to see what he plays, just to, you know, have an idea. Okay. The Yarok. Well, we don't have good attacks on... We don't have good blocks on Cavalier of Thorns anymore. I think what we do is to try to play through this. This has haste and lifelink as well. Lifelink is terrible. This is just till the end of the turn, so... Go ahead and eat his graveyard. We're gonna eat the Cavalier of Thorns. Another Finale. Alright, we drew nothing. Let's go to the next game. We drew nothing there. Alright, so this time I do think that we're going to bring in the Terra Sunders, and I almost want to bring in the Meat Hook Massacres there too, because if once he starts getting out of hand with playing a bunch of creatures, I think that makes things very difficult for us. So we can kind of do something like this. We needed that Outland Liberator really bad in that last game. I don't think Hearse was even good enough. Like, it did things, but it wasn't good enough. I don't even know if we want Hearse in the deck right now. We're going more high end against him. We can drop one underdog. Maybe we don't need all the Terra Sunders. We'll just take two. Because we don't want it unless we're playing against the Sanctuary. I mean, it exiles a card, but it is kind of slow. I think that's the way we want to run it back. Run it back like this. I don't think Hearse was good enough in that matchup. Just eats the graveyard, and we need to stay in front of him. Okay. Not the best hand in the world. We'll keep this. We do get to start off with the Woodland Cemetery into the Scavenging Ooze, and then move into like doing things. And since he also mulligans, that helps us out a lot here. The goose. The goose is loose. He's back. All right. Let's go ahead and play the Plains. We'll play the Scoos. And let's get going. See what we get here. He's probably not gonna block with the goose, so look at this. He had a tap to do that, so he's missing land drops. Oh, okay, he had a land drop. I was like, whoa, wow. Got a one lander. All right, no blocks. Completely honest with you, put Tyler's Tracker out there. This lets us start getting that value right away. We get a land, we get a token, we can play two cards. All right, he needs this to be a land. It was an elemental. There we got another one. We get rid of that Risen Reef, but we didn't get there, unfortunately. But we are going to go ahead and activate this to draw a card. See if we can get a removal spell. All right, we did not get there. Risen Reef is going to get out of hand very quickly. We're going to go ahead and play the underdog. Unfortunately, we were not able to get in front of the Risen Reef with a removal spell, so hopefully we draw one next turn. We don't take a bunch of damage in the process. There goes Tireless Tracker. Oh, wow. Still nothing. We could blitz in and swing for 6. We can swing for 5. We can swing for 6 as is and still play that Grave Trespasser. Let's send him. I don't think he's going to block with the Locust of Royal, but we'll see. All right. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to play Underdog and Scavenging Ooze to try to get more guys on the battlefield. Let's see if we get there. healers helping him out. This Risen Reef just, it got out of hand. This is super unfortunate. He's drawing a ton of cards. He's not getting any lands. Wow. Basically undid everything that we just did and still didn't get a land. And we drew Assassin's Trophy. This is the worst one to have drawn. Legit the worst one I've drawn. Gonna play the Trespasser here and eat his little dude. On his upkeep, we're gonna bust him and hit his stupid Risen Reef here. Risen Reef is gonna let him keep drawing cards. Omnath is gonna get big. We're in a lose-lose situation here, I think. This isn't good for us. This means he's just gonna get bigger, and then now he's got a land drop, so now he can play the cards in his hand. I mean, at least he's not getting extra value when he plays elementals, but this is not a good spot for us. Yeah, there's a Cavalier of Thorns, and I think it's all downhill from here. I don't think that there's any way that we're coming back on this. Even at this point, we can't play. We can't even play our Meat Hook Massacre. I mean, we can kill things, at least. I think I'm just going to send the Underdog and the Graveyard Trespasser and hope that he takes a hit. No, I'm not going to do anything. I think I could send the Underdogs to try to proc Fatal Push. Cavalier of Thorns, we can block Cavalier of Thorns. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play the Graveyard Trespasser. And instead of eating a creature, we're just going to eat something. Nah, I think we got plenty of time to kind of eat stuff with Scavenging Ooze and make him bigger. And we'll see what they do. 'Cause we can block the Cavalier of Thorns, we can block the Omnath, we can do these things, but it's not exactly like the best spot in the world. We'll see what kind of madness he drew. And we just didn't have any. If we could have got this Fatal Push earlier for the Risen Reef, I think we would have been okay. I mean, we couldn't have triggered it anyway, but I don't know if we can outrun these Cavalier Thorns. We need to get rid of the Omnath now before it starts drawing cards. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and start eating creatures out of the graveyard with the Scoos. We're gonna try to get him bigger. Trying to get him going. Ooh, Dreadhorde General. That will help us. But we need more stuff right now. We need more help. I'm gonna send one underdog. Sure. I don't think they expected that. Trying to get an extra land here. We're gonna pay 2 life for it. All right, bro. There we go. We're starting to get back in this. We're not dead yet. We're still hanging in there. We still have decent blocks on the Cavalier of Thorns. I mean, we're gonna have to eat one of them. But we can take one. We can take one out with us. If he swings right now, we don't block him because we don't have any green mana open. Sure. Plays another one. Okay. He's gonna kill one of the scavenging uses, I guess. Yep. Sure. He swings with both. We just take it. We're just gonna take it off. Not a land drop. We're gonna take out one of the Cavalier of Thorns. See if he exiles, and then whatever he picks, we're gonna eat it. All right. Yeah. No, we don't have any attacks. We don't have a lot going on right here. We're gonna take some damage on the backswing this time. He can play Yorion, kill the ooze, but then he can't attack. So I mean, I guess that can be kind of okay. He's got 8 or more lands. I think he's gonna get to draw a card now. Yep, he got to draw a card too. He's just got too much value going on for us to get in front of this. We need a lot of help right now. I think... Oh, he doesn't have any forest. It doesn't matter. Never mind. He has 1 forest. This is all non-token creatures you control are forest lands. Sure. He just went off on us. There's nothing that we can do here. Draw 2. I'm done. I don't want to sit through this crap. He just takes forever. It's fine. He won. Yeah. He outvalued us. Cool. Changed over to humans. Unfortunately, don't have the full list. And this is how it starts. Let's go ahead and mulligan. We are short on some of the cards. This looks fine. Go ahead and keep this. We'll bottom planes here. We can go white, Luminarch. The counter on itself. Next turn we'll put this out. Get that attack him, then we can Athalia's Lieutenant and have a bunch of stuff going. Looks like we're playing against a blue-white, probably a blue-white control deck. I'm just gonna give away the fact that we're probably mono-white for right now. Alrighty. Another lieutenant here. Cool. Sack blue. Draw a card. Play a Thraben Inspector. I don't want to overextend into a board wipe, so that's kind of what I was doing there. See what else we get. And pretty much play everything in our hand. Collect a company, okay. I don't even want to give away the fact that we have green. Like, at all. I'm gonna purposely miss a land drop here. Gonna play Athalia, but the thing is like they can go Supreme Verdict on their turn, so we kind of need to keep a little bit of action. We're just gonna pressure them a little bit. If they're not doing anything, we go and do something silly like tap out for Teferi. This is definitely counterspell worthy target, so okay, a little surprise there. Play the Bodyguard. He's letting this stuff resolve, so alright, I'm not gonna pass up the fact that I have a clue token available, so I am gonna do this. Another memory deluge. Okay. We know that they have a board wipe in their hand, so we're gonna at least try to keep the Thalia as a lieutenant around. Sack the Dauntless Bodyguard. Draw a card. In the process. Okay. Exiling everything does stop that. So I should have drawn a card, but that's okay. It would be we make a creature deck and then we get to play against like this absolute ridiculous control deck. That's exactly the way that this game works. Which is one of the reasons why I like stopped playing it a long time ago.
Hurry.
I make a control deck and play against nothing but control decks. I make a creature deck, I play against nothing but control decks. Bring in these two. What does he have? White, white. So definitely has card that says exile creature. I think we just put everything at Teferi. He's gonna exile one of them. We just try to get Teferi off the board. Well, we can't even do that because Luminar Aspirant doesn't attack this turn. I think we still just put everything at Teferi because whatever. He's got the dude to exile. Not the dude that I thought he was going to play, but that's okay. I'll hold back Athalia's lieutenant for right now. I think I do want to Go ahead and crack the clue. And see if maybe we get like a Dauntless Bodyguard or something like that. Get another land. Alright. I will hold the land. I need to throw that out there. Cycling away sensor, okay. His Field of Ruin is looking really good over there. Doing nothing.
We need to move quickly.
Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and throw this one. It's done. I really don't even want to play this round. This is awful. We don't want to play anything here. We want to play Heroic Intervention, I guess. Deafening Silence is kind of like what they want to play against us, so we don't want to bring that in. I think we can drop a Brutal Cathar. Definitely want the Thalias in the deck. We probably don't care about Giant Killer. So I guess I'll keep the Brutal Cathar in because the Giant Killer basically doesn't do anything. Just do it like this. Let's see if we can get something going on here. Playing through 900 removal spells. We play our mid-range deck that actually eats up control. We don't see a single control deck. We play over to change over to another deck. And here we go. Control action. I'm gonna mulligan this. We need a little bit more of an aggressive hand, and again, we just not getting it here. I guess I'll keep this one. This is probably just as bad. I'd much rather have like a one drop, 2 drop thing, but he's already, oh crapola. Okay, well, I accidentally hit mulligan, so we're just gonna throw that game. I didn't mean to actually hit mulligan. I meant to hit keep. Whoops. Try again. Yeah, that's one of those where we had cards to keep to play. We didn't want to mulligan down to 5 because we're playing against just tons of removal. But that first hand was just a bunch of 3 drops, and that's not where you want to be at. You don't want to do nothing for the first 2 or 3 turns against control, so it kind of is what it is there. We've got it to Fairy. More than likely, we're playing against control again. Let's see what happens here. We'll keep this. He's playing like the Azorius color, like sleeves and stuff. This is another one of those instances that it just kills me. I bet you if I switched back over to one of my mid-range decks that would eat this deck. We don't see a single control. We've been playing for a couple days now. This is the first day for Bronze to Mythic, but we've been playing for a couple days. We haven't seen a single control deck, not one. And we switch over to like an aggressive style humans deck, and every deck blue-white. It's super fun. I'm telling you, it's rigged. It might seem like a complaint, but it truly is. I feel like that's the way that these things are set up. Probably should have put this on Thraben Inspector, but I think he's got the Exile one. Yeah. Guess I'm just kind of glad I didn't put it on Thraben Inspector now. Kind of makes this guy much worse. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to draw a card. Another Ascendant, okay. Or Aspirant, whatever. I'm going to go ahead and play this because he's not going to play any creatures anyway. make it look like we drew for a land, so we don't have a land, but in reality, we really don't have a land. What do you think? You want to counter this one? Counter magic available? No? Okay. I'm surprised. Aspirant gets counter spelled. No doubt in my mind. We're just going to go like this. I mean, if he's gonna do nothing, okay, he cycled the land, okay. If he's gonna do nothing here, then we can do nothing too. He's gonna play a land and then Supreme Verdict, and then everything's gone. And he's shocked too, so that's very telling that something bad's about to happen to me. Let me shock for my 4th land so that you know that I'm about to play the old boy that's gonna exile your creature. Hey, cool. Look, we got Collected Company online now. So you know what that means? We spread out our threat. And then we attack with everything anyway. Well, he's going to bounce it back to our hand. Okay, that's fine. Gonna take 4. You know what? I'm gonna play this game of chicken with this dude. I'll play chicken. Go ahead and throw out your Teferi. And watch me Collected Company into nothing. We kind of got him on the ropes here because we got... Yeah, there he is. He's got to play Teferi. Well, we're gonna see what he does. Alright, he pluses. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Get the Collected Company out there. All right, there we go. Folly as Lieutenant. This is a win on board. This is going to kill him.
You know what?
This, whatever he drew has to be like at instant speed and has to be a removal spell. Do it. Yeah, I was just saying, do we need to do anything else? I don't think so. All right, so we'll bring in the heroic interventions again. This is kind of what we said last time. We needed a hand that that was fast. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of the giant killers. We need a hand that was fast, that got in and started doing things like immediately. We're just bringing in protection right now against the board wipes, giving our guys hexproof and indestructible, so that we can just kind of get through like Supreme Verdicts, Wandering Emperor, that kind of nonsense, because that's what's going to kill us. They do have a good matchup here. We just have to have a good starting hand. If we can get a good starting hand, then we should be able to get through. Playing humans, it makes me want to play Bance, so we can add blue, and then we can add things in like Spell Pierce, and we can have Spell Pierce sitting in the sideboard and stuff like that to kind of make it a little bit better for us as we're getting into some of the like the mid to late game. Like when he played Teferi there, if we didn't have Collected Company, we just Spell Pierce instead. And that's just as devastating, considering his life total. But, you know, obviously the correct play there was Collected Company. Luckily for me, I hit 2 creatures. We almost whiffed. If it was only 1 creature, if it was the Thalia, we would have made it. If it was just the other guy, we wouldn't have made it. We wouldn't have had enough horsepower to get there. This is a good hand. One double 2 drops. This pumps. So we can keep this. We do need to put some pressure on him. We have plenty of stuff going on, so we're actually just going to shock. We didn't need to shock. We could have played this to preserve our life total, but this gives us our colors. We get the double green guy on turn 2. Okay, we didn't. That would allow us to do stuff there as well. So in this, I'm going to play the Aspirant. I know this is probably bad because they can have Essence Scatter. You can also have that removal spell, Destroy. We get to investigate, which is fine. We get an extra clue token here. Kind of keeps us in the game as we get into the mid game. I'm gonna play here first. And just kind of try to get into counterspell. Try to force some action. There it is. It sucks that he used Censor because that means he actually got to use it. Typical play pattern. Just let the land go. We are going to play this as a white source. Play our next guy. We've got 2 of these, so yeah, he did memory deluge. He's looking for stuff to stop us now. We need to get into that position that we were last time, where we've got things that are happening in our hand, and then we still have the threats on the board. Like, this is plenty of threats on the board. We won't play another creature until he Supreme Verdicts. Although playing Thalia's Lieutenant right here would be amazing. We're not going to actually do that. We're going to hold. We want to hold back. Everything else, we can draw 2 cards here. Destroy creature or planeswalker. So what we can do here is I'm going to actually look and see if we can find our heroic intervention. He either has to counterspell this or Aether Gust it. Okay. We'll put it on the top. Okay. To see, we forced that action to get those cards out of his hand. We don't have anything else to play, so we're just gonna put this into play tapped. You don't have to take extra life. And the funny thing is, we have another one right here with backup. So he's in a spot where he needs to, like, still do something. He can't just sit here and do nothing. That's fine. I'm not really sure why he picked that creature. I guess because in case we get rid of the hole. He does have counter magic available. He doesn't know that we have another one though. Let's go ahead and do this. And he can counterspell it. If he's got Absorb. We haven't seen Absorb yet, so I'm kind of surprised that we have not seen that card yet. We're just attacking with the Thraben Inspector to get that 1/1 back. I'll fight over this. He can't. It's gonna give him hexproof, so that's fine. He's probably got Supreme Verdict in his hand. Because he knew we had that card, so not sure. I mean, maybe I guess he's just trying to force us to play it. We can draw, still play a card. So we'll wait for the land. We don't have any 3-drops that are instant speed. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get an attack in. Good thing is our little dude here is not tapped, so he can't just.
I've learned much during my
Okay, he can exile the Thraben Inspector.
show you.
That's fine.
This is what you get for hurting my people.
We're gonna attack the Planeswalker with the last one. He didn't think about that. You don't get to keep that card. We are gonna go ahead and sacrifice one of these to see if we get something. Athalia. That makes him to where he can't play Teferi. Let's draw one more card. We might be able to get there here with this hand. Okay, double Thalia. We're definitely gonna play our land first, and then we'll play Thalia. In case we had like something else that stopped us. Now Thalia, there we go. Thalia put enough pressure on him to make him to where he had to play an extra mana. Managing to get there on that one. All right, here we go. Humans versus something. Good starting hand. You don't like that Dauntless Bodyguard comes in on nothing. And I'm actually going to play this to protect the Thalia. Unless if we draw something on our turn 1. Look, here we go against another. Okay, this is against another Humans deck. Alright. We're actually just going to put this in the play tab. I'm going to play Thalia and try to keep the Thalia around. Ooh. Okay. This is going to be fun for him to try to play through. His cards are going to try to target his own creatures. So he has to get rid of our Thalia now. I mean, he can do it on 3 mana. Put Vigilance on his guy. Yeah, you might want to leave that one back. This doesn't get much better for you either. So we're going to play our land. We're going to play our bodyguard. 1 Thalia. And then we're going to play Thalia's lieutenants. Make our dudes big. And guess what, my friend? We will race you. I can play this. We do need to get up to 5 mana to play Collected Company, but that's okay. Forcing him to pay extra mana for his spells. And we're gonna see if we can get there. We can race him. We have a lot of damage coming back on the backswing. I don't know if he really wants to attack. Oh, he says yeah. I mean, I guess he doesn't have much of an option. If he doesn't attack, he's probably in trouble. We got another land here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the Brutal Cathar. We're going to exile his Storm Chaser Drake. He might be able to give a hexproof. Yep. It's like he might be able to actually get out of that one. That's okay. It's on the ground now. It lost flying. We're gonna put this one on Thalia's lieutenant itself. This time we can't actually attack because his dude's on the ground and is untapped. So yeah, we can't actually get into that one. So go ahead and end the turn there. Yeah, we needed that Brutal Cathar to kind of just get rid of his guy. Okay, he's playing Curious Obsession. I mean, we're not just out of the woods yet. Yes, I think he has to tap to attack this time. Okay, now he doesn't. He had that for every single one of these. He's so lucky. I guess it had flashback, so it's not that much luck. That's a little bit of deck built in. We need another Brutal Cathar off the top. Or a land would work. And we got the land. So let's go ahead and do this. Can we push through? Play lieutenants. We didn't get a Cathar, unfortunately. And we weren't able to attack yet to get this. So let's just go ahead and get the inspector, I guess. Lots of counters going out there. So let's send it. We're gonna send in on these. Yep. There you go. Send it like this. I think we're just dead in the backswing. Blocks and blocks. And yeah, we're just dead. Okay, that's all right. We had to put it on him to see if what he would do. I mean, I guess we could have swung with everything, but that didn't make too much of a difference. So we're gonna bring in the Valorous Stances here. We'll keep the Giant Killer in. Yeah, we started to go off, but unfortunately, he was just in front of us. We don't need this. Keep the brutal Cathar. Spellbinder. I guess this would be okay, but it's a little slow. These little 1/1s aren't that great. We'll drop one of these, I guess. And I think I'm going to drop an Inspector. I don't like dropping Inspector. But we do need to bring in that removal for that Drake. You just drop one. We're on our back foot now. We gotta win 2 in a row. We need a good hand here. This is not that great. We can keep up with him. So we're gonna keep it. We can keep up. We got lands to play everything. We'll play Aspirant, then we can play Lieutenant afterward. And we got the Giant Killer, so that's gonna get us. That's gonna kill his little dude, or at least we can start tapping his creatures if we wanted. And I might honestly just tap his creature. I might just play this. Okay, he's gonna exile our guy. Oh, he's only got a 1-lander. Alright, well, we'll play this. I don't care about destroying it. I could just tap it over and over and over again. Play Arthalia's Lieutenant. I'm a little bit bigger. Now he's thinking. Alright. The hole, okay. Lieutenant. Alright. Stop giving us lands now. We got all the lands we need. He's in a 1-lander, and he's hanging in there right now. And we get lands, land after land. You know what? We're gonna put this on the Giant Killer. And we're just gonna go in. We're going hard. 4 lands in a row, yep. 4 lands in a row. That would have been a great turn for Collected Company, but unfortunately we just didn't have it. Another land. Come on now. We're going to lose this to the fact that we let him get into the game. That's what's going to happen here. We're going to lose this because we let him get in the game. We need help. We've got tons of cards. I don't think that I'm going to let him hit me because this says if it deals combat damage to a player. We're just going to block. We'll give up the Giant Killer. And we got tons of land. Hey, we got something. We'll play this. Pass the turn. We're going to hit him on his upkeep. No attacks. We're just gonna tap it down and try to keep it under control. It's a 5/5. We just gotta keep it tapped. See if we can get there. We're not dead. We let him in the game. Where before he wasn't in the game. If we would have hit creatures and stuff, we had him beat. On a 1-lander, we had this in the bag. Put vigilance on it to connive. There's the Drake. I didn't attack, so he has to sack. Curious Obsession. Drew another land. Jeez, come on, deck. Help me out here. It's like 6 in a row. We did draw this guy, I guess. Is he gonna block him? He did. He is. There has to be. There's a catch. He has to have something. Yeah. It's a. Oh, he's gonna phase him out. Okay. So he's just blocking. Got it. I mean, whatever. We'll play another land. And at this point, it's like, what do you do? Great. Now we can't block. Now we can't even take care of that guy anymore because that our giant killer's gone. This is absolute bonkers ridiculousness. How we are not able to pull this game off. We can't even attack anymore. Because he just blocks with a dude. All he's got to do is have like one of these in his thing. And we're dead. I mean, we're dead either way. Let's just force him to have it. This is just ridiculous. I can't believe this. He's gonna give him protection from white, right? So then our guy just dies and he doesn't lose anything. Cool. Yeah. That's like the biggest bunch of BS seen in my life. Lee.